I love less than subtle shit like this, where our masters, whoever cooked this up, they are blissfully ignorant to what they're up to, and or they're laughing at the masses. And most people probably don't have eyes to see. So if you see, find inner peace in less time, what are we looking at here? Remote control power symbol. You can see the big G in the power symbol if you guys have ever fucking sorted that out. And at 10 to 1, most people probably haven't. You're going to need to turn it 90 degrees, most likely, because that's how our masters work. The other thing that you're looking at in that last picture, or sigil, pardon me, 1 second. Symbol of Mercury. Naturally, it brings up the other graph. Oh, whoop, pardon me. Symbol of Mars. I'm off base. Here we go. There it is. And there you go. Again, just turn it, what would it be? Maybe 45 degrees? Is that right? And then you're looking at what we were just looking at. This crap. Now, most people don't understand what peace is either. You could also think of Melchizedek again. And the fact that it's related to Salem and it's related to peace, the nature of peace. This speaks to what the Isis, the function of Isis down the line. In other words, you might have heard of the entire world, don't confuse that with where we are, our realm, being, the entire thing being covered in a deluge, which is a watery baptism. The flip side of that, and you could also think of these as the Alpha and the Omega, by the way, for the slow thinkers, the misinformed, and the curious. The flip side to that is the end of man, which has to do with 55 and a bunch of other really dark shit. Here, you should also look at this. Let me see if I can remember all these thoughts. Anthony Edwards' Miracle Mile runtime. This movie is a horrible fucking movie. It is slow and crap. I mean, it's fucking pointless. But our masters are laughing at us. And if you pay close attention near the very end of this film, one of the little signs that you'll see clearly flashes 55. And that's lesser magic at its finest. It's subtle as fuck. And most people are going to just gloss over it and or they've never heard of this. This movie has to do with a nuclear attack, a quote-unquote firebombing, etc., etc. Most people don't understand how nuclear shit supposedly works. That's a bigger thought for another day. You could also look up Bruce Cathy, if you're curious. Bruce Cathy, nuclear. Didn't spell it. There we go. That guy. Some of what he spoke to holds water. Some of it reflects reality. Some of it is absolute propaganda and bullshit. And it takes time to sort this out. And most people probably won't, because most people don't think that the ether exists. Meanwhile, again, our masters are laughing at us. Now, when you think of peace, and all these people talking about peace, what people have been trained to do is they flash victory, the cross of Nero. And what peace essentially boils down to, keyword boils, is a fiery baptism. And if you're familiar with the Bible, you know, the abridged book. The beginning of the Bible, there's a Jesus character, so to speak, and it relates to a bow, a B-O-W. B as in boy. Near the end of that jazz, the abridged stuff, he comes back with a rainbow about his feet. And this is scorched earth. This is fuck everything. And this is what people have been trained to say, oh, I can't wait till that happens. Can't wait till everything is fucking erased from existence. That's going to be a great day. That's what people talk about, and that's also why they're flashing victory. Not to be confused with peace. If you look up, let's see if I can do it. Jesus and George Washington. Remember, Google's not a tool of, it's not a tool of information anymore. It's a tool of propaganda, but some of this superficial shit you can still find. Oh yeah, this is definitely what I'm looking for. George Washington Baphomet. There we go. And Jesus strikes the same pose, even though in this one you got him pointing with one finger. I remember it differently, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Just the same, let's see if the Baphomet one's more dead on here. And we're not in images, because Google's a piece of shit. Yeah, it's still not very obvious. But you got two fingers clasped together. Yeah, that's peace. And the Baphomet on the right is doing the as above, so below, because it's going to reflect on both sides of it. Remember, Baphomet is AC/DC, hermaphroditic, tits and a dick, and that is what people call Isis or Jesus. It's Buddha, Bacchus, Dionysus, Hermes, Mercury, Anubis. It's got so many names. It's the squirrel that runs up and down the tree, the world tree or the tree of life, the Yggdrasil, if you're into, Vikings, the Norse mythology. And it's because it speaks to both sides. And that's what this symbolizes, but people don't understand that. It's also telling you about the right and the left-hand path, but people aren't very bright. Yeah. But just the same, the asshole on the left worshiped this stuff. And that's why he's also striking a very similar pose. Keep in mind it's different now, which is very weird. Remember, things are wonky these days. Another one, and people will talk about the mandala effect and wax poetic. But Atlas statue. I think this is the one. No, it's not the one I'm thinking of. The Thinker statue. That's the one. And he didn't look like he had a limp penis before. He used to strike a really strong pose, but now it looks like he's trying to break his wrist, which I don't remember. I mean, this doesn't reflect reality at all. Not the way it used to be. To that point, real fast, because a lot of the mandala stuff is garbage. There is old realm residue. You can prove some things exist if you put in the time and use your brain. To throw you a bone, if you've ever seen Revenge of the Nerds, watch the credits, and they will sing a cover song of Queen, We Are the Champions of the World, and they will sing it correctly, mind you. If you look up the concerts that Freddie Mercury and Queen performed, they sing the song in its entirety, unaltered. If you look into the Bernstein Bears, not Stain, you could track this, and you could probably still use Truth Stream Media, even though Aaron Dykes and Melissa Dyke, or Dykes, they used to work for Alex Jones. They used to work for a controlled opposition asset. So take what they say with a grain of salt, but they did knock out a video where they did highlight a number of points where the Bernstein Bears were still popping up in search results prior to it completely flip-flopping and changing, which means both have existed and or one was erased somehow. What's another example? One that you see on TikTok, because people are very fucking simple-minded and terribly slow, is Sinbad and what was it called? I can't even think of what it's called. Shazam? But look this up, because kids haven't figured this out. Almost there. Sinbad, Shazam, April Fool's Prank. Was it Comedy or Die or whatever it's fucking called? This is available to you. They knocked out a phony fucking video to mock everybody. And there are kids on TikTok and other platforms who have been recirculating clips from this saying that they found the fucking movie. People aren't very bright. That's the point. That's the bottom line. Either way, what the fuck do I know? Imagine what I could teach you.